Some of you may have been wondering where I've been these past few months. It all began when I went to Niagara Falls to record the soothing sounds of millions upon millions of gallons of water for my latest mixtape, Frank Javci Volume 2.2, now available on Spotify, Apple Music, and Bandcamp. Luckily, Bjork was there on vacation, and she invited me to Iceland, where she taught me ancient secret vocal techniques, which I cannot show anyone ever. However, the only way to unlock these advanced techniques was if I visited a shaman deep in the Amazon rainforest. There, I met a toucan by the name of Sam, who called me Wala Kutiki, which means super awesome cool guy in the ancient toucan language. Oddly enough, the toucan ended up being the shaman the whole time. As most of you may not know, all shamans are massive furries, but not all furries are shamans. So anyways, the shaman gave me a blunt laced with DMT from the Inuyasha bush or something, and I saw a bunch of geometric patterns that went on forever. But I was also still kind of aware of my brain going crazy, kind of like going to Disneyland on shrooms. After a while of comparing my deeply profound spiritual quest to middle American consumerism, I started to freak out, because my own ego was trying its very best to cling on to my being while trapped in the void, and everything looked like one of those Renaissance hell paintings, only through a neural network filter where everything kind of looks like a dog, and you got that bird eating some guy that's ass has like bats flying out of it. That's when my brain processor got fried and turned off. I then found myself in a Windows 98 screensaver maze, where I met a rat by the name of Tim who really liked cheese. He told me while in the screensaver to turn off and tune in and eat a bunch of cheese. I complied and ate the sacred cheese. When I awoke, I was at the DJ booth at an EDM festival in South America, still high off the Inuyasha. I rambled on the mic for a couple minutes about how music, consciousness, and drugs were all the same thing, until I was kicked off the stage. There I kept walking south through a great plain. I was alone for as far as the eye could see. When night fell, I could finally see the stars. Having been raised as an inner-city youth drinking tap water, I never realized how beautiful the night sky truly was. When I awoke the next morning, I met a llama who smoked marijuana, named Obama, who was a messy bitch who loved drama. We were also in Machu Picchu, so that was pretty neat. Obama told me to head south and I would find what I was looking for. Since I was super stoned, I thought it was a good idea. It started to get really cold really fast, and before I knew it, I was staring down a giant 9-foot tall penguin who spoke to me using only his eyes, yet we understood each other. In order to get the penguin's respect, I had to jump into the freezing ocean and eat a fish. I found a fish, but it was too fast for me. I got caught in the equatorial ocean current and ended up in a warmer tropical waters, where I saw a bunch of beautiful sea life and a bunch of literal garbage just floating in the ocean. When I washed ashore on a strange island somewhere in the Pacific, I think it was Japan, but everyone was so blurry I couldn't really tell. I decided to take a plane home, but with what little money I had, the plane only made its way to Egypt, where I climbed on top of the Great Pyramids during a solar eclipse while the alignment of the planets were aligned. It opened up a vortex that teleported me into outer space, where I exploded, becoming one with the universe and being an infinite being of light and energy. So yeah, that's why I haven't been able to make videos for the past few months.